Hello, I'm Ben Rigby, the Managing Director at Sporting Communities. You can find out a little bit more about us on our website, www.sportingcommunitycic.org. We're also on Facebook, and you can follow us at SportcomCIC1 on Twitter. As well as running Sporting Communities, I'm also a hockey coach at Winnington Park Hockey Club, and I do some community work as well, going out delivering activities in the community for Sporting Communities. I've been asked by the County Sports Partnership just to go over a little bit about how we approach our participants and how we work with our coaches to know them on a bit more of a personal level, outside of either the sporting activities that they're doing or the coaching work that they're doing. So one of the things that we do when we're coaching is that we always make sure that all of the coaches are professional and consistent in their approach. But we ask them to be themselves as well and not pretend to be someone different. Make themselves approachable and show a genuine interest in the participants attending the coaching sessions. Whilst we're doing the activities, whilst we're doing the drills or the games, we try and ask them questions just to find out a little bit more about what goes on in that young person's life, so what their interests are, whether they've been up to anything interesting at the weekend, and how things are at school, how things are at home. And this is great for two reasons. Firstly, that we get to find out a little bit more about them, but also it has raised in the past some safeguarding issues as well, so it's quite good for just being more aware of what the young person experiences on a day-to-day basis. With regards to coaches, one of the things that we do is we try and involve them in the development of our programs and our business, and the same at our hockey club as well. So we will invite the coaches together to meet for a bit of a social activity, and we'll give everyone the opportunity to sort of share their feelings, share their thoughts about how things are going and the way that they would maybe want to move forward, and actually place a value on that as well. So we have implemented things that people put forward. We very much work on a democratic process, so whatever the majority decides to do, from our coaches club perspective, that's what we do. From our organisational perspective, we bear that in mind, what the majority wants, and then if that's something that we can accommodate, then that's what we'll do. One of the things that is important when working with young people and coaches is to recognise that they're all individuals and need to be treated that way as well. So what will work for one person might not work for another. One of the things that we find is quite key to building up that better relationship is making sure that people feel valued. And so part of this is through that engagement and that empowerment that of having people involved in the development, but also it's about showing them that you actually care about them and that you reward them for their support or for their involvement. So with the participants, we do things like we'll sometimes give out some resources, so some hats or medals, t-shirts, those sorts of things, and even have like fun competitions that will run separate to the work that we're doing, and engage people in that, and also the wider family as well, so that we get a chance to meet the rest of the family. For the coaches, we hold quarterly meetings where again we engage them in having their development, say, but we also do a fun activity as one of those. So we've done things like archery tag, bubble football, those sorts of things where we can really sort of let everybody relax, and it gives them a chance to sort of come out of their shell and get to know the other team members on a better level. By valuing the coaches in the way that we do, we've been fortunate in that our retention rate is really high. So Sporting Communities has been going over 5 years now, and 80% of our team has been with us from the start. Those who have left have generally gone on to like, rather than being a casual coach, they've had to take up full-time work. And we see that as a positive as well, and still keep in touch with those who've worked for us previously. Sometimes they come and help out with volunteering around events, and I'd really encourage that as a positive step forward for example, if you're involved in a club that wants to retain its volunteers, then by giving them that stake in the club, they will keep coming back to you. Whether it be the participants that you're engaging with or whether it be your coaching team, we think it's really important that everybody's having fun. If they're enjoying themselves, then they're going to keep coming back and getting involved even more and commit more to your club, commit more to your organisation. Well, I hope this has been of some use to you, and I look forward to hearing the way that other organisations and other clubs engage with their participants and coaches to know them on a bit more of a personal level.